Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Vox Pop. So before we begin, why not we have our latest addition to the team to introduce herself. I'm sure all of you are very curious, who is this Ling Loi beside me?
Hi everyone, I am Manju and I'm very excited to be a part of Vox Pop team.
So in this episode of Vox Pop, Manju and I will try to Puasa.
So here is what happened when we tried to experience fasting.
Let's go!
So Ray, tell us about your sahur experience. How was it?
So I had to set 2 alarms the day before because I was really scared that I would miss my sahur. One of the biggest challenges is that I will fall back asleep and miss my sahur. The first thing I did was to wash my face and immediately head to the dining room, and there it was. My mom prepared me a scrumptious meal. I had a banana, rice, chicken, and also my colleague Alia also prepared 3 kurmas for me. Shout out to you, Alia. And of course, we wrap up the meal with a cup of coffee. What about you?
So I set my alarm around 5 and I immediately woke up. Same issue, I might fall back to sleep. So to avoid that, I woke up around 5, I went down to the kitchen, I had prepared my coffee and my fruit and also biscuits. I didn't have like a heavy breakfast because I'm not a heavy breakfast type of person, right. So I had something really light, and in the midst of this process which was going on, my nephew woke up. Was really cute, so he came down and he was like there throughout the sahur experience.
So he joined you for sahur as well?
Yeah, he was kind of keeping me awake, so wow. I think it's a good thing lah. Okay, so that was our sahur experience.
Right.
So how was it in office?
Manju, you saw me, right? I looked like I was really steady, chilled, like puasa for years already, right? It was not really. I was putting up a show.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
I was
God.
draining, my caffeine level was running down low, and as if like it wasn't tough enough, special shout out to you, Haziq. He made it even tougher. He sent me photos of food, voices of food, people munching on food to up the game for me. Thank you so much, Haziq.
I know, yeah, that was the extra tidbits which was done by our colleague. Finally, after working hours, we freshened up a bit, we changed, and then we went to our usual spot with our colleagues to buka puasa.
So the drive there was an enduring one. The whole journey, there was only one thing in my mind: what to eat. So we drove by our usual spot, paddock, and the food hunting journey begins.
Later.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
So that was about our buka puasa session and it went great. We actually thought one meal was enough, but at the end of the day, we ended up ordering more food, dessert and whatnot. So how was your buka puasa session?
Since we skipped lunch, of course, the meal had to be replaced, right? So of course, Manju went for waffles and I went for another plate of Indomie, right?
The waffle was really nice actually.
Yeah, I could see that way.
Yeah.
Very galojo, Manju.
That's why I didn't share it with you.
So Manju, have you actually experienced this before, or is this your first time?
Actually, to be honest, I have not experienced fasting, but I do have a little experience on how it will feel like when you're fasting. So So to explain further, rewind back around 5 years of my life, I was still freelancing after graduation and I didn't manage to get a proper job for about like 6 months. So you know how freelance works, right? It's
Yes.
not always constant, so my income was not pretty good and there were days I didn't have enough, so I would only have like one meal, like breakfast. I'll just drink Milo or eat biscuit and then I'll just go the rest of the day without eating anything. It went by for days and then days became weeks, weeks became months. That's why this experience actually allowed me to like pause for a moment and look back of how I'm grateful I am right now. Like I have roof over my head, I have food on my plate and I'm financially stable, and actually I think this is the real reason why people need to fast sometimes,
Yes,
to you know,
exactly.
pause for a moment and look back, or also feel what the underprivileged people are going through, stuff like that.
So Manju, your experience is very real life, where we experience how it feels like to not have food on the table and able to drink lah. Yeah.
So Ray, enough of my experience. Tell me about your experience. How was it actually to be fasting?
There was actually this one time, I also had my own puasa or fasting experience, where there's this one time our director, Shah, he gave me too much work and he made me skip lunch.
You can bring me to public already.
It's okay.
So that's all guys for today's episode. I hope everyone learned something really beneficial from our experience. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe and Ray tomorrow we puasa again.
No, that's it. Bye.